It's David with Iowa Tonight. I'm here with Zach Mecham at the Spring Hill Suites in West Des Moines. Hey, it's David with Iowa Tonight. I'm here with Reagan Kruse, a fabulous artist painter on Iowa Tonight.
Brought to you by Midwest Model Agency.
Okay, we are back with Zach Mecham. And Zach, I've been watching you on Facebook, okay? And then all of a sudden you're a comedian. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing comedy again about 6 months. It's actually kind of a longer story than that. I started doing comedy when I was 19. And then after about 6 months, I quit. The jokes that I was doing back then didn't really reflect who I was as a person. Little bit 19-year-old humor.
Yeah.
And so I just stopped for about 10 years, but there was a friend of mine and a mentor that was also my professor that had encouraged me the whole time to get back into it. He thought I had something, and I kind of brushed it off. And then he died pretty early of cancer, and just seeing the way that he lived his life and kind of the fullness that he brought to everything made me realize that I should be doing the same. And that's when I said, you know what, I'm going to do comedy again. And that was last summer. So
Yeah.
I've been doing it since then.
Well, I noticed I was watching some of your clips, and I don't know why, but the first person I thought it was Rodney Dangerfield. And Rodney Dangerfield was a little self-deprecating. He made fun of himself.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a master of it. And I've noticed you're so subtle with that, but then you're still poking fun at other people.
Yeah.
And so I've really been enjoying your
Thank
comedy. You. And it made me think about how much I want to be. I always wanted to do that. Just fantasizing, driving in my car, trying to tell a joke. I'm not funny, but I would like to be funny. I like Seinfeld an awful lot. I think that show is hysterical.
Yeah.
Because of the characterizations.
Right.
And so, can you tell me of a comedy time when you're on stage or something, or you're performing, that went really badly?
Yeah. Actually, last week. So typically, I'm a relatively consistent comedian. Usually, I get laughs. But we do this show at TG's Comedy Club on Thursday nights called On the House. And it's very inconsistent, the audience you get.
Where was that at?
TG's Comedy Club.
TG's?
TG's.
Okay.
Teehees.
Teehees.
Yes.
Ah.
And it's wildly inconsistent. It's a Thursday night, free show. And, hardly anybody was there. And they're just getting them to laugh was like pulling blood from a stone. And
Pulling teeth.
when you're a relatively confident comedian and you're doing your best stuff and you're getting nothing, I don't care how confident you are, it just rocks you. So I was doing 10 minutes, and I remember at about 8, I was like, how much time do I have left? The guy's like, you've got about 2 minutes. Like, thank God, I'm gonna just power through this and get off the stage.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that the clips you're putting on, you're getting laughs. Mm-hmm. So, is there now your comedy is nice and original. I'm not hearing any stealing going on from anybody I've ever heard.
No.
I mean, there's nuances and stuff that are similar, but who would you say you look up to as a comedian?
Oh man, there are so many lists. Brian Reagan, huge fan of Brian Reagan. Taylor Tomlinson. I think both of those comics have a really, they have a way of being relatable in heightened ways. They're a little, they lean into crazy a little bit, but in a way that's likable still.
Yeah.
So I really love them, and I love the way that they write jokes. And that's kind of, I think, one of my strengths is my writing and my ability to like pick the right words and phrasings to pull the funny out.
Yeah, yeah. And I notice I'm watching. I don't know if I saw audience, but I'm seeing good reaction to your material.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm just excited. I got an opportunity to meet you in person. I've seen you on Facebook for years, and I know you do lots of other stuff besides comedy.
Yeah.
So, other than comedy, what in your life is something that you also that's creative that you enjoy doing?
I'm also a writer, an actor, and a director. So I make short films right now. And the dream is to do that full time, is to make funny movies and be funny on stage.
Or do you have a website or a link or something I can put down below in the video?
ZachMecham.com is where I promote.
ZachMecham.com. Well, that's convenient. All right. Well, thanks for the interview.
Yes.
Okay, this is David with Iowa Tonight. This is Zach Mecham, and you have a great tonight. And cut.
Thank you very much.
Hey, we are back with Reagan Kruse. Hi, Reagan.
Hi.
And we were just over at the Jimmy's barbecue because one of the places she has her artwork on display is at a barbecue place. So I'm going to put those up right now so you can see them. Okay, so I didn't ask you a lot of questions coming in because I want it to be for the interview. Okay? So you are just 20 years old, but you've been painting since you were quite young, haven't you?
Yes.
So when did you start? Okay, wait. Now you've been an artist for a long time. So I suspect that most artists don't start off with oils.
No.
What did you start with?
I would say watercolors and acrylics. Yep, just the cheap old Walmart brand.
So when you were growing up when you were younger, when did you discover that you enjoyed it? Have any idea?
Well, I started playing with stickers, and then when my parents let me have markers, I kind of worked my way up.
Your parents let you have markers?
Yes.
That's good. You never run into those flavored markers, do you?
Oh, those are nice. Those smelly ones.
Yeah, I was working with some kids once, and we made the mistake of giving them flavored markers, and one of the boys started sucking on the cherry-flavored marker. So that wasn't good. Okay, so I've seen a lot of your artwork. It's pretty amazing. And I'm sure you have a lot of stories to tell about them. So I'm going to ask you some silly questions. What is the biggest painting you have painted, whether it's on a canvas or on a wall?
Ooh, I would say I did a 10-foot tall painting, and it was probably 20-foot long.
Where was this?
This was in a party room in someone's mansion.
Really?
Yeah,
You don't have a picture of that, do you?
I might, yeah.
Okay. Well, if you can get it, send it my way. What was it of?
It was the Cyclone, like the Cyclone logo, and then it was like a football field.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it was a fan
Yes.
of the Cyclones commissioned you.
Yes.
You didn't do it for free, did you?
No,
That's a huge wall.
it is.
10 by 20?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of painting. How long did it take?
I was there probably 2 weeks, maybe a few days more, but yeah.
So were you doing it like all day or just in the evening or what?
I started around like 8 and I stopped around 3. If I remember.
Gosh, that's a long.
Cause
paint.
I had to prime the walls, and then then I kind of traced, like I had my drawing, and then I projected it, and then I kind of traced
Okay.
that all out, and then got
Yeah.
my paints, and yeah.
Wow, that's cool. So was it primarily reds and yellows and greens?
Yeah, greens, yeah.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, so let's do the reverse. What's the smallest painting you've been commissioned to do?
Ooh, I would say maybe a 4-inch by 4-inch.
That's pretty tiny.
It is.
What was that?
It was a dog print, and then they wanted just like a really cool background with it.
Okay.
It was pretty small.
A dog print, like a footprint?
Yeah, a footprint, and
Oh,
then they
okay.
wanted designs in the footprint.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Gosh, there's probably. Do you have any idea how many oil paintings on canvas you've done?
Ooh.
Whether it's just for fun or for a commission?
Commission. Okay. I feel like I've done at least, I would say, 300 paintings of oil
Wow.
all together so far.
Yeah.
And they take a long time to dry. So
Yeah, so they take
yeah.
like 2 weeks to dry?
Well, it depends on, some dry quicker than others, and there's like different mediums, they call it, you can put in the oil paint. So
Sure,
you can dry
sure.
quicker. And the earth tones like dry faster than like oranges and yeah.
Really? So, do you also, along with the medium that you put in the paint, is there a way to heat it or put air on it, or you just have to wait?
Well, in the summertime you can put it in the sun to help it a little bit, but usually I wait because I don't want to fade the colors.
So putting things other than the medium might mess up the painting.
Yes.
Have you ever had a painting melt on you?
No, I have not.
Because I just remember seeing a movie once where somebody had painted something, maybe it was like a history thing, and they were trying to make it dry faster, and they put candles in front of it, hoping that the heat and then the oils just ran.
I guess
So,
that makes
is
sense,
that
yeah.
you think that would be true? Would the oils run if you heated it? I guess that's what I'm
I
getting
feel
at.
like, yeah.
Is that-
Because there's oil-based like the crayons, and I feel like it would.
Okay, yeah.
If you put enough heat, maybe.
Okay, so I asked this. This is a dumb question for people who make things, and I don't know why I'm obsessed with it, but maybe the audience will understand. But have you shipped paintings?
Yes.
What's the farthest or the most strangest place you've shipped something?
To Germany.
Really?
Yeah. But it was like the commission was just like it was a commission like 11 by 14, and then they wanted some art prints.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It wasn't a big one, but
So how'd that happen? Do you know?
Instagram. They found me on Instagram, and
Sweet.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll try to get me your Instagram link so I can put it down in the video. This will hopefully be episode 6. So we've done 5 episodes of Iowa Tonight. And this is a dumb question too, because I'm sure it's impossible. What's your favorite painting you've ever done?
Ooh. Okay, every year I do a painting of my boyfriend and I, since we've been dating. So every year on our anniversary, I give him a painting of us.
Oh,
Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
5 of them right now.
wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty special. Have you done any families?
Yes, I have family portraits.
Wow.
Yes.
Are they difficult?
Can be, depending on like if it was a professional photographer who took it or like it was just on their phone at Christmas and yeah, if the lighting's good, it's a lot easier for me.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, this picture, Bobby looks goofy in this picture. Let's get another picture and put his head on it.
Yeah. Or like the flash is on, so their eyes are all
They're
kind of
all
off.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe some red eye.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you've used acrylics and oils.
Mhm.
I've never used much oils, and I've always been confused by them. They smell so bad when I was a kid. Do they still smell as bad as they used to?
I feel like I get used to it, but some people when they come into my studio, they're like, they can't handle it. They get headaches.
Do they? Yeah.
Yes, and some people get really dizzy.
So you're used to the oil smell.
Yeah.
So is it just the fact that oils take so much time to dry and it gives you more time to work on it? What is it that you prefer over acrylics?
I like the texture that they have, and the color is a little bit more vibrant than the acrylics. And you can do so much, like you can thin out the paint with oil. And I'm really a procrastinator, so I'll work on it whenever I can.
Sure.
So if the paint, I don't usually worry about drying. I can just come back to it.
Wow, I just had an epiphany because I've never even considered the fact with acrylics, I've painted with acrylics, you dilute it with water. With oil-based paint, you dilute it with oil. What kind of oil?
Oh, mineral spirits, like the paint thinner. Yeah.
Wow. I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Paint thinner, I think, smells the worst out of the oil paints.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I painted a room with oil-based paints once, and I didn't have proper ventilation. I got sick as a dog.
Ooh.
It was awful. It was pink paint too.
The enamel.
So I'm in this room for an hour painting, and there was no ventilation with the oil. Man, I got sick as a dog. So, let's see. Now, I know that you like to paint horses. I've seen some of your horse paintings.
Yeah.
Have you? Now, typically you use a photograph
Mm-hmm.
when you're painting something, or a drawing. Have you ever painted a live animal or person, or like sketch them first and then paint it?
Yes. At the Iowa State Fair, I go like it's called like plein air painting when you're painting like live. And I do like a competition at the Iowa State Fair. And
Okay.
Yeah.
So you actually painted live with oils?
Acrylic.
Okay, I got you. But some acrylics.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and you're right about the acrylics not having as much color as the oil, because I noticed when I was doing it, I was encouraged to put a cover coat on top of the acrylic to pull out more color, so it deepens the color.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
paint straight on the white canvas. Put a base layer.
Yeah.
I'd recommend.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There was an artist, comic book artist, Jim Starlin, and he did a comic book where he started out with everything black.
Wow.
His base was black instead of white, and it was an amazing comic book. I can't remember the name of it. I think it was a Black Star or something like that. Yeah, it was fantastic. So, okay. Now, if the last question is, if there was something you probably in your mind have to come up with new ideas to paint, or do they just come quickly? And if you could paint something that you haven't painted before, what would you paint?
I don't know. I feel like right now I want to paint my usual, like I work part-time at Jimmy's Barbecue. So I want to paint my usual customers like before they all go and before I leave. I want to
So you want
paint.
to paint the people?
Yes. I
Oh.
want to paint the people.
Yeah,
Like I haven't done anything like that before. Like I've just done commissions.
sure.
Or I guess I painted my boyfriend and I, but I never
You don't
just
usually
for
paint
fun.
People for fun.
Yeah. So painting them like doing their thing and capture their personalities, that's a
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah, for me it'd be eating barbecue. Okay, all right. This is David and Reagan with Iowa Tonight. Thanks for listening to the interview. Y'all have a great tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, we're back because I asked her if there was any questions I should have asked and didn't, and she's got a great one. Okay, so go ahead. What was that?
Okay, so it was a commission. It was around Valentine's Day. And they had their toes intertwined. And they wanted me to paint them. I
Wait.
paint a picture of them.
So you got a picture of people's toes?
Yeah.
How'd it turn out?
They really loved it. And it was an oil painting, so it was textured. And he had, like, toe hairs. And it was, yeah.
Were her toenails painted, or are they just
They were just plain.
plain toes? Toes
Yeah.
intertwined.
Yeah, toes intertwined. And they wanted the background really, like, just colorful. And the toes just, yeah.
Just toes. Yeah, that's a weird one. All right, thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, and cut.